The war had ended, but not in triumph and exhaustion. Colonel Dax Riven returned from the burned moons of Zareth, with half his battalion buried beneath alien soil and metal. The Federation, in its cold gratitude, handed him a ship, a medal, and her. She was bound in glowing chains inside a stasis pod, skin shimmering like moonlight on obsidian, eyes closed, breath shallow, barely more than a ghost. A trophy, they said. One of the last of her kind. A psychic weapon. Yours, Colonel. Her name, encoded deep in her neural markings, was Kailari. Once a commander of the Lysari, the same race Earth's fleets had spent years annihilating. Dax didn't speak, just nodded and took the key. He flew her far from the colonies, to a forgotten research outpost orbiting Varel 9. The silence of space was a balm to his soul, until she awoke. Kailari didn't scream, didn't flinch. Her gaze, when it met his, was calm and unreadable. She didn't beg, curse, or plead. She watched him with the serenity of someone who'd already accepted her death. "You're free to kill me," she said on the third day. "I'm not going to," Dax replied, pouring her water. "Then why not unchain me?" He didn't answer. Not yet, but the days wore on. She spoke of the war from her side, of losing siblings to orbital bombings, of watching her oceans turn red, of fighting not for conquest but survival. Dax listened, haunted. "I never wanted this," he admitted one night, eyes on the stars. "Neither did I," Kailari whispered. "But we are what war makes of us." He dreamed of her not in chains, but flying, laughing, luminous, and whole. He woke with guilt, threading through his chest like ice. On the 15th night, he brought the key. She didn't move when the chains clicked open, didn't attack, just looked at him, as though she'd been waiting for that moment her entire life. "What now?" she asked softly. "You're free." Silence. Then, "And you?" "I don't know." The next day, she didn't leave. They rebuilt the station's garden pod together, watched the suns rise in tandem, and learned each other's stories in fragments in starlight. Dax expected her to leave every day, and yet, she stayed. Not as a prisoner, not as a weapon, but as Kailari. When the Federation hailed him months later, demanding the asset, Dax shut off the transmission without a word. He stood beside her, hands clasped, heart racing. "I won't give you back to them," he said. Her hand slid into his. "I never belonged to them," she replied. And in that moment, he realized he didn't belong to them either. Love wasn't the reward the Federation promised, but it was the one he chose.